Oh boy. Oh boy, here we go. What's Musei's plan?
What you see before you is an outline of Operation Mille Mirage, our response to Operation Jormungand.
I knew it.
It doesn't stray too far from what we'd expected, but even so...
Seeing it all laid out like this makes it overwhelmingly real.
I get that a plan this crazy is probably our only hope, but still... You're really gonna do this, huh?
The Empire has drastically increased its military might, due largely in part to the draft. Current estimates number their forces at 1.2 million strong. And that figure will only rise before the fighting actually starts.
On the other hand, Calvert's military can barely scrape together 800,000, at most. Even if they try to boost their ranks with a draft of their own, that probably won't go over too well, judging by their last election.
Not to mention the huge difference in weapons and resources between the two countries. In terms of both aerial combat fleets and core tank units, Erebonia has a clear advantage, and that's without taking Panzer Soldats into account.
Yeah. There's no way the Verne Company's production line could even hope to keep up. What's more, the Empire now has an excuse to throw all the new technology it's been developing into this war.
With that in mind, it's entirely possible that the Civil War was nothing more than an opening move.
I agree. It seems likely. The same could be said of the orbital shutdown phenomenon, or even the 100 Days War. It is our belief that these events were simply set up, all to pave the way for Operation Jormungand.
Monsters. And Mille Mirage is your plan for how to hold back Operation Jormungand. We have with us the Republican Army of Calvert, the Royal Army of Liberl, the Remiferian and Viceland armies, as well as the troops from Le Mans and Orid, and even resistance cells acting out of Crossbell in Northumbria.
You intend to coordinate every one of these individual forces united under a single banner to suppress the Imperial Army from all sides.
That's exactly right.
As you stated before, Calvert's armed forces total 800,000. The Viceland army should bring that number up by about 100,000.
The Principality of Remiferia is prepared to lend its aid as well, to the effect of approximately 80,000 troops. Add to that figure an additional 120,000 from the Kingdom of Liberl.
Further, we can count on receiving around 20,000 soldiers from Le Mans and Orid combined, as well as another 10,000 from Crossbell and Northumbria. And this is to remain off the record, but we're expecting roughly 30,000 in reinforcements from Arteria as well.
Naturally, we plan on bringing Jaegers into the fight too. We've been scouting out Jaeger corps big and small. All in all, I'd say we're looking at a good 40,000 extra soldiers.
Altogether a combined total of 1.2 million, finally putting us on even ground with Operation Jormungand.
A war like this would stretch over almost half the country.
Resistance cells from Crossbell, huh? That must be Sonia and the others.
Yeah, Muriel told me a bit about it, but...
Northumbria too? That have something to do with the movements we heard about there?
Yeah. The resistance there is made up of former members of the Northern Jaegers, who got absorbed into the Imperial...
And we got troops from Le Mans and Orid too. That would be their defense forces now.
That's right. We've actually known about their involvement for a little.
I have to say, I'm surprised the High Seat of the Septian Church would choose to involve themselves so directly.
But Rosine mentioned something about this earlier.
Yes. The Congregation for Divine Worship is likely deploying the Papal Guard as we speak.
The Imperial Army's technological superiority is undeniable, and we can't underestimate the threat Ouroboros poses. Further, directing and coordinating all parties involved will prove a tremendously difficult task. That is the purpose of our meeting, to determine who will serve as the key piece in our plan, the cornerstone upon which we can build our... I present to you Cassius Bright, Lieutenant General of the Royal Army of Liberl, and, as of today, Supreme Commander of Operation Mille Mirage.
What? Now that's what I call a power move.
A natural decision. Lieutenant General Bright did head the search and destroy operations against the cult.
What's more, he can already boast having pushed back an Imperial invasion once before. He's the most brilliant tactician of our time, without a doubt.
I should have known.
So you've accepted the position then, Dad? Even after hearing everything that's going to happen as a result of this plan?
I have. This can truly be called the Great War, the likes of which mankind has never seen. A war that will surely destroy the lives of all it touches, soldiers and civilians alike. Hundreds of thousands of lives. Worst comes to worst, we could see casualties in the million.
Millions? Yeah. But at least it will keep the Empire from completely destroying everything. She had...
I think I speak for us all when I say this dreadful decision weighs heavily on our hearts. But there are stakes here far more dire than the invasion of Calvard itself, namely, Erebonia's 2 sectarians, as well as its curse, which spreads further and further with every...
It's all connected.
If we don't act soon, the Republic will fall to the Empire's advance, drowning the entire nation in its curse. It would then only be a matter of time before the surrounding countries fell as well, until finally all of Zemuria is in the curses, all for the sake of reviving the ultimate being, the Great. This we must avoid above all else. If this dreadful decision is the only chance we have of saving our world, then so be it.
This whole catastrophe began in era, though I can't personally agree to this plan. As a member of the Imperial family, I must allow... Your Highness.
This is the consensus we have reached. I trust you understand now the reason we've...
There are a few things we must ask you now, namely if you accept the necessity of our plan. And furthermore, if we can count on your...
I'm sure you'd like some time to talk things over amongst yourselves. And with your other... As you can probably tell, it's time we...
Members of the Bracer Guild, Special Support Section, Class 7, and Thor's Military Academy as a whole. We need your answers, here and now. How...
Comes down to it, we, the Special Support Section, are just a single division. We're in no position to defy the will of a nation, let alone 4. We understand the severity, be that as it may. We can't, in good faith, lend our aid to this cause. There has to be a better way to fix this mess we're in. And we won't back down until we figure it out. Not just to stop this war, but so that someday, Crossbell can take back its...
I see.
You can count the Bracer Guild out of this deal too. We're the supporting gauntlet of the common people. Their security and protection will always, but at the same time, we understand that you have to do it. So instead, we'll make sure to get in touch with our headquarters in Le Mans to organize an evacuation, and in the meantime, we'll look for our own way to resolve this. That's the Bracer Guild.
Estelle.
With so many of us still missing, we can't claim to speak, but we can, at the very least, tell you our decision as class. Become the foundation of the world. In a sense, Those words have shaped our class from the very beginning. A war this big is certainly one way to keep the curse in check. It could be a new foundation afterwards. One built over ruins and destruction. But this curse is not. Though it sweeps across the nation, toying with our fate, there are still those who stand together to We've seen as much with our very... We need a plan to try and ensure the safety of the world as we know it. Mille Mirage can but, like the Guild and the SSS, we choose to find a third path forward for ourselves. That means dealing with any incidents brought about by the curse, as well. Whether or not that's even possible, I don't know. Time is running out on us even, yet still, we'll continue to tread forward. Because we owe it to Prince Oliver to find that third path he always strove.
Green. Yeah, you're exactly
the path Prince Oliver would have wanted.
I see.
My goodness. The naivete of youth never and yes, as history shows us, it is precisely the young and foolish who bring change.
The same could be said of those not bound by duty or tradition. Come to think of it, Prince Oliver himself embodied every one of those.
He most certainly did, and his spirit lives on in this next generation.
We have heard your convictions, clear and true. Operation Mille Mirage is already underway. But so long as you respect our position, we will
You're under no obligation to participate in our plan. That said, we'd appreciate your help. That includes exchanging information, keeping civilians safe, and so...
We certainly have more room to cooperate than Operation Jormungand does at the very least. You Bracers played a pivotal role in solving the incidents in Liberl, as did the Special Support Section. I eagerly await seeing what such seasoned heroes can bring to the table.
Thank you.
I don't know if I'd call us heroes exactly, but we'll help.
Well, that's just...
As grim as our circumstances are, we now know what...
Right! We gotta do everything we can to stop this war, and even if it does, we'll just have to find a...
Right. Our first course of action is figuring out exactly what we can accomplish right now, as I imagine the rivalries will play a key...
Agreed.
You're all pretty gung-ho about that.
How are you guys so relentlessly positive about it?
It really is the most annoying thing about them, isn't it?
Yo.
I know that voice.
It's him! Enforcer number 0 of Oro...
Campanella, show yourself.
Sounds like things are coming along nicely. Quite the illustrious guest list you have here.
Indeed. It would seem the rumors...
Belle, the new third Anguis of
Lady Mildine, my great to see a number of familiar faces.
You must be Dieter Croesus,
a member of an international terrorist organization.
You're...
Hey, this is some part...
Real swanky joint, too. Shame for you,
Shirley!
Boss.
That means...
Sure does. But hey, I don't think things will go the same...
Please excuse our...
Oh, for fuck's Christ.
Lecter, it's really you.
In the flesh.
My lady, everyone.
You should have just kept the mask on, Angie. If you're all quite finished.
Your Highness.
Cedric, why are you...
Boy, get your ass on this ship. I'll beat your ass right now.
If it class 7, your little stunted leaves caused me no end of headaches.
You had it coming! That's what you get for getting Elise and Tio all wrapped up in your...
That's simply how it works between us. You should understand this by now. The rivalry of this particular matter has been entrusted to me. By chance, consider this a little congratulatory visit from us. To celebrate the commencement of Operation Mille.
Were we just hacked?
Yep. They probably used the Society's astral code to infiltrate.
Courtesy of Belle and...
Sounds like we're in for a fair bit of...
Yeah.
What the?
Damn. They brought Imperial...
No. What?
This is the bridge. We have an emergency. We've got 8 Crimson ships approaching on... And with them...
Damn. There's only one ship that freaking matters.
You mean the one that appeared during the...
That's right. Ouroboros' pride and joy. The largest battleship in the history.
The Crimson Ark. The Glorious.
Oh, let's go, baby. Lloyd, Reen, Josh, Crow. Oh, let's get it. Let's get it. Tio, Ellie, Renee, Estelle, Juna, Artena. Let's get it. Let's beat some ass. Let's beat some ass. Let's go, boys. Let's go, boys and girls. Let's beat some ass.
Now. Best of luck, all of you. You guys be careful.
Wait, what in the world's going on?
Oh, no, you don't.
I believe you all know.
Yeah.
We got this.
Just leave it to us.
Gonna beat some ass, boy. Let's go. Let's beat some Ouroboros ass.
Now then, shall we meet? We're currently under attack by Ouroboros' enhanced Jaeger.
The Red Constellation, huh? Gonna be a real pain in the ass, especially with the
Yeah, no kidding.
Gilbert's probably heading up the enhanced Jaegers. Not that he's anything to worry about. His archaisms might still give us some trouble, though.
Gilbert the weak bitch.
Speak for yourself. I'll make sure that little errand boy regrets ever stepping foot in here.
Ash, Kurt, I'll be counting on you.
You got it. Understood.
Yuna, Altina, we're going to need your...
Of course!
I'll give it my best.
Alright, guys. It's time to begin. Our Team A will go starboard. Team B, you head port.
Our current position is the rear side of the lower deck. Let's make our way up to the top deck. Take out any intruders you find along the...
Oh, this is gonna be fun. This is gonna be fun.
This will be the perfect chance to put our teamwork to the test. It's our time to shine, Reen.
Oh, oh my God.
Right. Show me what you've got, Lloyd.
Oh, this is gonna be great. This is great.